so much, Justin. And we are taking Studio 10 to new heights today. And that's because we are here with the one and only Capital Area Radio Drone Squadron. Joe, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Yes, and we also love too. I mean, we love the title of the club, but it is a mouthful. I love the acronym though, CARDS. And I see on here,
yes.
we should introduce him. He's the Mean Joe.
That's
right. Okay,
look at on his
Joe.
shirt. It says Mean Joe. What made you get that nickname?
It's a long story.
Okay,
It's happened a long time ago, and it just kind of stuck.
All right.
Well, maybe that's something to do with this incredible plane that we have sitting right in front of us.
Actually, this is a buddy of mine's airplane that he borrowed. He let me borrow for the show. This is Tim Galvin's Newport 17. This would be an airplane that flew during World War I. It would be a fighter. This particular one would have been Lafayette Escadrille, which is the French fighters that fought during World War I, and the movie Flyboys is actually based on Lafayette Escadrilles. And this would have been what they would have been flying, was the Newport 17s.
That's so neat. And you can just tell, obviously, so much goes into these planes, the history. Tell us a little bit about the organization that you guys are part of that. Like, you said your buddy made this, did this, all that. Tell us a little bit about the history of this.
So we have a club out in Grand Ledge, Michigan. Our club is located at 8328 Otto Road in Grand Ledge, Michigan. We have a giant field. We've got a 1,600-foot north-south and a 900-foot east-west. And we're out there on a regular basis flying. If it's a nice day, if the sun's shining and the winds are down, you'll go out there and see. This is a buddy of mine, Carl Bachhuber. We have a great community. Anybody that's interested in getting started in this hobby, right now the Academy of Model Aeronautics, who is our large, like our governing basis, is offering what they call an introductory pilot program, and you can actually come out and fly 3 months for free. So you can come out and learn. We actually have planes at the site that you can actually come and fly, and the Academy of Model Aeronautics will pick up the bill for you for 3 months just to see if you're interested and see if you like it.
I mean, how can you not? Like, this is amazing, and obviously,
look at that smooth landing. I know a lot of work, a lot of training goes into making sure that you can fly these planes high up and make sure they come back down nice and smooth.
Yeah, it's a great community. Everybody's always happy to help. That last guy there, that was Rich. He's one of the premier builders out there and builds a lot of his own aircraft and stuff like that. And it's really pretty cool. It's a great community to be a part of.
Right, and you brought this one right here, which is just like you said. One of many that you have, and very small compared to the ones that are out there. Those were huge on that video.
I decided that the big ones were going to be a little bit cumbersome to bring on the show, but this literally will set on the wing of most of them. They're pretty big.
That's right, and you have another one right next to you too.
Actually, this one's a little bit smaller. These are both electric powered. This one would actually be a DH2. So this is an Airco DH2, and this would have been a fighter during World War I as well.
Wow.
This one is actually unique because it actually has, and when I got to the trailer today, I realized my line had broke, but you can see the tiny little pulleys.
Oh, yes.
The tiny little pulleys on this are actually functional, so they make the control surfaces move.
Wow, and
so
people can
it's
see
a pretty cool airplane.
You all fly this in an upcoming event
at
as
the
well.
Aces and Pioneers show. Tell us about that.
Yes, so the July 21st through the 23rd, we have our Aces and Pioneers show. This is going to be a scale meet where we're just out there to have fun. The campers will start showing up on Wednesday, and we'll be out there flying giant scale World War I and 1939 and later. So anything that made its flight, the full scales, made its flight before 1939 and later, will be able to fly. Any size, any power, whatever they want to have. As long as it meets the 1939 criteria, there's all kinds of airplanes that fit into that.
Yeah, and obviously there's so much love and passion and hard work that goes into this. Why do you think this is such, what makes you want to be a part of this, and also a good event for families to come out and see all of this in action?
Well, for me, I'm a huge airplane nerd. I always have been. I grew up as an airplane nerd, so this just kind of fell into my wheelhouse of nerdism. But the community is awesome. Like I said, you'll come out, anybody interested to come out to learn how to fly, everybody's always willing to help you. And that's one of the things that I took away back when I first got started in this. My beautiful wife, I was sitting talking to her and I said, I don't really understand why I like it so much. And she goes, I know. And I said, well, why? And she says, because you're not thinking of anything else. You're just flying your airplane and you're having a good time. And I think that's what draws people to it. There's craftsmanship involved. You can go from, stuff you pull out of the box and throw into the air and things like this that you actually have to go through and put each individual stick together. So it's really a hobby for anybody. We've got kids out there I've seen kids at 5 years old up to 95 years old flying. So it's kind of a broad spectrum. So.
Yes.
Amazing, Joe, and it's a great event, a great organization for people of all ages. So we're going to have more information about that Aces and Pioneer on our Facebook website tonight. But thank you so much for joining
Thanks
us.
for having us.
And
We
this is so
appreciate it.
much fun. We really did take Studio 10 to new heights. And